Hello everyone, as you can see we're not in the traditional acting space. Usually I'm in my basement recording stuff, or I'm in my room. Rarely do I record out here in the living room of my house, but this is a special video. You see, way back in the single digit years and the preteen years of me and Alex existing, we were very creative, you know. I made a lot of books about franchise characters. I would write everything I knew about a character on a page and staple a bunch of pieces of paper together and call that a book. And most notably, I did that for things like Mario or WWE. But one thing me and Alex both did in our youth was make matching games. We would draw a bunch of characters, write their names down on a different piece of paper, cut them out from those pieces of paper, and then flip them over and see which ones we could find. And we did this a lot while we were being babysitted in the earlier summers of our years. And now I'm gonna revisit that. My brother has a set of characters, but I'm not gonna do that without him. So for today's episode especially, assuming this is the only one or anything, I am going to be reviewing my FNAF matchmaking game that I haven't seen in years. So this might unlock some core memories. I apologize if I start gushing over just the nostalgia of it all. I haven't seen these drawings in a while. My brother found them in a nice little bag that I put them in ages ago. And you can see some of them at the beginning. What's interesting about these guys is that you have the drawing of them, typically done with marker, right? And then they're stapled to a different piece of paper because the marker would often bleed through, which means I can't even rely on the shape of these to be authentic to the characters, because the shape of these aren't supposed to do stuff. But I'm gonna set this up, and I'm gonna see how many of these I can match. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna try and lay these out without really looking at them. Of course, there are some that are gonna be, there's some that are gonna be flipped over. Now, I'm pretty sure this goes from the first FNAF game to some custom characters, all the way over till, I want to say either Pizzeria Simulator or Security Breach. Actually, no, there is Music Man and Lefty in here, so it's definitely up to Pizzeria Simulator. I can't remember what time or what year that came out, so I can't tell you what age I was when I was making these. I also don't know if I went back and made more or if I did these all in one sitting, because, well, I get very attached to just doing big projects like this. Oh God. It's gonna be a pain to do all of this, because, God, you see all these small pieces of paper. These are all the names. I can kind of see through the second staple of paper. So I technically could cheat with this if I want to, but I really want to enjoy this as an authentic experience, the way young me designed this game to turn out. Because it really is. I remember playing this. I would get embarrassed when we had like babysitters over and Alex made us play this game with them, just because I knew they knew nothing about FNAF. But it was something that I very much enjoyed, or something that Alex very much enjoyed. We still look back on it relatively fondly. I think I also had one of these about Skylanders, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but this pile feels like it's never ending. I mean, then again, so in a way is the FNAF franchise, if you really think about it. But, oh boy, we got some names shown up here. Nightmare Fredbear, Toy Bunny. This is chaos. This is, well, I'm gonna pick some of these up and just spread them around. I apologize too, because I don't often work with multiple camera angles, but I do have two cameras, one, as you can see, facing downward, and one kind of showing me. And it's also, a good time to do this because Springtrap just got added to Dead by Daylight. As I'm recording this on June 2nd. I don't know when this is getting out to you, because I have videos prepped until June 5th. And, well, as it stands, I suppose if I get this edited quick enough, I can put this out for... But at the same time, if I put this out for June 17th, the day that Springtrap is supposed to be released publicly, well, this could be something. Really be something. Nearly set up here. I know I'm no longer on camera. Don't worry about it. I will be back there soon enough. But I do think this is going well. I really do. Oh, I don't know if I have enough space for all this on camera. I'm realizing that now. I'm realizing, oh dear. I should also make a point that, you know, I remember being pretty proud of some of these drawings. I don't know how well they all turned out or how well they all hold up, but I do know for a fact that if memory serves me right, oh my God, there's so many more names. That if memory serves me right, I was pretty proud of some of these as a kid. I thought I did pretty well on them. Okay, Jesus Christ. It's set up. Right. Now I gotta match them. So we're gonna have to see, I don't even know where to begin with this, but we're gonna have to see how well my youth holds up in today's society. Okay, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Let's start this one right here. Funtime Foxy. All these scraps of paper look oh no, my phone is falling. Oh shit. All these scraps of paper look the exact, oh God. There we go. Okay. Good. That one's still recording? C. Alright. None of these look like the shape of Funtime Foxy. That is no bueno. I guess early matches, unless you get lucky, is really just determining the lay of the land here. Why don't I flip? I'll flip this one over here. Jacko Bonnie. You know, that's actually not bad. If you look at that drawing right there, that is actually, hold on a second. If you look at that drawing right there, that's actually not horrible. For young me, it's not like I even traced these either. These are just, I'm actually kind of impressed with my young artistic skills, if I'm being completely frank with you. Okay, next one, Nightmare Foxy. Apparently sticking with the foxes for now. You. Old Foxy. Old Foxy? This is Old Foxy. This right here, the label says Old Fox. It's right there. It says Old Foxy. Is that supposed to be withered? I think that's withered Foxy. Okay. I'm not as impressed with that one, but that's something, all right. This was before my days of what I show off and showing off my art. In case you're wondering, I haven't. I need to go back to doing those because I'm nearly at 12,000 drawings of those. But no, I haven't done one of those in a while. Okay. Small one. Fruit Punch Clown. I drew the Fruit Punch Clown. Motherfucker. Is it this one over here? No, this one. No, I drew Matt Pat's favorite, Music Man. It's actually not a horrible drawing, all things considered. These are completely done in marker. So the colors really pop, and I actually really like that. I don't like drawing with Sharpie. Sharpie's not really meant to be drawn with, but I do really like how the colors pop with all these drawings I made. It's also a really hot day in the summer, and I'm wearing a sweater and these pants. I'm warm. I am warm. Okay. The marionette? How am I gonna find these? I can't. Wait, they all look the exact same. Fucking you. I got Shadow Bonnie. From a far distance, this actually kind of looks like a drawing you'd see in Slender Man, but that's Shadow Bonnie. Not bad of a drawing, but I haven't got a match yet. I don't think I'll be able to be honest with you. Okay. Nightmare Cupcake. I was that specific. I have Nightmare Cupcake. I don't even know if you can see that, but I have Nightmare Cupcake I gotta find. So that would obviously be a smaller one. There's a small one over here. It was another name. That's Phantom Mangle. Okay. I can't. Oh God, I'm getting worse. I'm degrading. This is the end of me. I'm basically Spider-Man. I mean, you can kind of see the pose, but I have to like stretch over to grab the ones in the far back. It's not the most ideal, but see, this is what I briefly mentioned about the fan-made characters that I drew. Toy Golden Freddy. I think I was convinced Toy Golden Freddy was like a possible thing, but it was just ridiculously rare to see. Like one of the rarest things to see in Five Nights at Freddy's. Or I just thought it could be a possibility, so I decided to draw it. I don't know. I'm gonna go this far one over here. Okay. Oh God. Oh, Phantom Freddy. Again, for young me, that actually doesn't look bad. Look at that guy. I mean, it's obviously not the greatest. You can tell it's a kid's drawing, but that's pretty good. You know, Scott should have hired me. I would have been great. I would have been. Oh, I accidentally flipped over Funtime Fox again. Okay, I'm gonna put that one right there. Okay, I have to find a match. I swear to God. How long have I been going for? 10 minutes. Great. Okay. Oh God, I have to find Chica. I still haven't found Chica. It's been a minute since I've watched Markiplier's FNAF 2. I don't remember how he says it. All I know is that it ends with I didn't even see Chica coming. And that's not a joke for the internet to enjoy. Chica would be a relatively basic size, right? If not something on the smaller scale. Chat. Oh! Toy Golden Freddy. Would you look at that? Well, I can put this one right here. I will pick this one back up, and if I can remember where the hell I put... No. Where did I put it? Where did I... Oh, I can't just keep spamming Toy Golden Freddy until I... Yes, I can. I will. I will do that such thing. Was it this one right here? It was! Ladies and gentlemen, first match of the day. Toy Golden Freddy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Toy Golden Freddy. You can see it right there. The first match. I put that over here on the glass table. So that's one match down, and I have so many more to go. I picked up Nightmare Cupcake again. Of course I did. Now, if that was a name over there, I really should be taking off this sweater, but I'm not. This small guy. I think young me was a troll. Stick Freddy. Not even actual Freddy, it's a prop from FNAF 3. God damn it. Literally, I left nothing untouched in this game, apparently. Everything is up for grabs. Pig Patch. I even drew Pig Patch. I mean, if I drew Stick Freddy, of course I drew Pig Patch. If I drew Stick Freddy, Pig Patch is a no-brainer. Yo. Holy shit! I thought the paper looked a little bit wider, a little bit more recent, so I flipped it. I got Pig Patch. That was a great pull. Look at that one right there. I mean, it's Pig Patch, so it's whatever. But, you know, not bad. Not bad at all. So Toy Golden Freddy and Pig Patch are our starting matches. What a great, totally not random ensemble of animatronics so far. All right, let's get another one in here. Toy Freddy. With the bears for a temporary amount of time. Now, Toy Freddy is a bit chunkier, but I'd have to find a more robust piece. Maybe this one over here. No, that's Music Man. I think. This one right here. That is Lefty. That is Lefty. Okay. Not that one. Small one. Oh, Lefty. What do you know? I got Lefty. I just did Lefty. Which one was Lefty? This one was Lefty. The big boy. All right. I got Lefty. I got Lefty. I got Lefty. I have to walk all the way around to show the camera. But there you go. Lefty, Lefty. Not terrible. Once again, not terrible. Like, they're not the best. I don't deny that. But for, like, at most, like, I want to say... God, if I knew the year that the games came out, if I remember that, I probably... Was Pizzeria Simulator 2017? Because if Pizzeria Simulator was 2017, that would have been after we were done being babysitted. And if that came out in 2017, then I would have been in 7th grade. Which means that would have been... I don't know. I don't care enough to math right now. Golden Freddy. Now the real question with the shape of this... Oh shit. The real question with the shape of this one is, did I draw him standing up or sitting down? Because I could have done both. And that would determine the shape of the thing that I drew. This circular boy. Oh, well, I'll wait to show you this. The drawing of this one is clear that I messed up, and I think I knew I messed up when I drew it. That's a fuck up and a half. But this is Nightmare Freddy, for those of you wondering. Let's go for a newer one. What's this one? This one is not on a typical piece of paper. This one is on a piece of cue card, I think. I didn't know how to spell it right, but this is the Freddles. Now the Freddles would be a smaller pair. The Freddles are the small Freddy guys from Five Nights at Freddy's 4. I'm a big nerd about this stuff. One of my sisters is too. My brother, not so much anymore, but he used to be. I actually, just to, let you guys know a little secret, I've pre-ordered FNAF Secrets of the Mimic, so I can play that one quicker than I've ever been able to play a FNAF game before. And admittedly, the only FNAF game I've really played, the only FNAF game I've ever really owned would have to be, Ultimate Custom Made, but still. Oh! I got Phantom Balloon Boy. I'll show that one to this camera down here. Look at that. Look at that one. That's not a bad drawing, not at all. I don't even know if the camera really saw that, but I'm gonna hope to God that it did. And again, some of the drawings are kind of see-through through the back of the paper. I'm trying not to cheat. I'm trying not to cheat to the best of my ability, but sometimes it's just really easy to notice which ones are which. I've got to find Foxy. Now I looked for Funtime Foxy at one point, and I found Old Foxy, so I got to find FNAF 1 Foxys is what I assume I'm trying to make here. This one, the far away. Nope. Phantom Foxy. Close, not the same. Phantom Foxy's FNAF 3. One of the most distinct memories I have is playing this with the babysitter and her friend that came over that day. And Alex really wanted to play it. I was getting like secondhand embarrassment, but Alex really wanted to play the game, so we went down to the basement and we played it. And I just remember the one lady like trying to find a match, and it was a Chica. I think it was like Phantom Chica or Nightmare Chica. And being unable to find it, or finding a different Chica, and then just sitting there being like, man, there are so many Chicas. I mean, yeah, there is. Speaking of which, Chica, we gotta find Chica the chicken. This one looks robust. This is Old Freddy. Okay, I don't even know what that one's a reference to, because Old Freddy was missing an eye, so I must have messed up on the drawing. Unless I determined that Withered Freddy and Old Freddy are different things, but I don't know about that. I don't know. Unless I considered Old Freddy like the complete version of the Withered animatronics, which would make sense, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? Yendo. I gotta find Yendo. Yendo was from the custom night of Sister Location, FNAF Sister Location. I only know all this stuff because I've rewatched Markiplier play all the games so many times. I'm gonna go for this font over here. That's Fredbear. Okay. I see I drew the gut on him a little bit. Hi, other camera. Toy Bonnie. Gotta be honest. If there's any one of these drawings that's really see-through from the back of the paper, it's Toy Bonnie, so I know which one's Toy Bonnie. And yes, it was. Okay. Sorry, the eyes on Toy Bonnie are a little bizarre, but otherwise it looks pretty good. I mean, the colors and everything fit it. It's just the face is just very, very intense. There's Toy Bonnie for you. Our like 4th match in basically 20 minutes. I'm gonna be here all day. Nightmare Mangle. Nightmare Mangle would have to be a bigger one, no? So maybe this one over here. Because if I know me, big boy. No, that's Nightmare. And Nightmare looks pretty good, all things considered. Also, there was a name under it. That's the name I'm gonna flip next. Nightmare. Nightmare was hiding his own name. It wasn't meant for me to catch. But that's okay because now we have Nightmare. Admittedly, I tried to make Nightmare look see-through. I don't know how well. Yeah, I mean, it can be debated in the comments. I actually kind of like what I went for. A gray outer shell with like a black kind of skeleton within. Admittedly, the face looks a little derpy, but it is what it is. Nightmare. All right, that's our next matchup right there. I respect that. Nightmare is like a kind of secret animatronic, but not so secret. He just appears on a specific night in FNAF 4. There's actually a funny story tied to him that I'll talk about while I'm finding my next match. My next match is Old Bonnie. I'm gonna assume that's Withered Bonnie, but I could be wrong. Excuse me. The funny story is that there was one time, because FNAF 4 came out when I was young. I was in, I think, 4th or 5th grade, and I was talking at my elementary school. I was on the courtyard with my good friend, one of my oldest friends. His name is Taylor. And he was explaining to me all the animatronics in FNAF 4. And he was like, okay, so there's Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Fredbear, and then there's Nightmare. And every time he said that, I was like, Nightmare who? And Purple Freddy. I drew the Gma FNAF map Purple Freddy. Well, that's not Old Bonnie, I can tell you that much. But, yeah, so every time he tried to explain to me, it would be like, oh, Nightmare. I'd be like, Nightmare who? And then he'd be like, no, just Nightmare. I'd be like, Nightmare who? Okay. And then he would like run it down for me again and explain all the animatronics. And then he'd go to Nightmare, and I'd be waiting for him to say Nightmare someone. And he wouldn't say it because Nightmare was just his own entity at a time. I gotta find Cupcake. Okay. Nope, that was the name Shadow Freddy. Right, okay. Jacko Bonnie. Where was it? Was you Jacko Bonnie? It was. Hey, I showed you this one earlier, but still. Jacko Bonnie, looking pretty good. Jacko Bonnie is from the Halloween special DLC for FNAF 4. The only real time Scott did DLC for a game specifically tailored towards a holiday, but you know, it was there. I really should be taking off this sweater. Original Bonnie, and you can tell how old this one is because it's written in pen. I actually think Bonnie was the first animatronic I drew, followed by like Toy Bonnie and all the Bonnies, and then from there I decided to draw all the animatronics, but I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me right, Bonnie was the first character I drew. And I don't even know, because my favorite of the original animatronics is always switching all the time. I'm assuming Bonnie's going to be in the original shape. That is Withered Chica, and a pretty good Withered Chica, might I add, but that is a Withered Chica right there. Nightmare Bonnie. Well, on the topic of bunnies, big boy on campus. Oh, that's an ugly looking Ned Bear, I tell you, but Ned Bear is here. Ned Bear is right there. A mini arena. Is it you? It's Ballora. Okay. Old Chica. I'm forgetting who I flipped and who I haven't. If that isn't obvious enough, I'm forgetting who I flipped and who I haven't. I really should pay attention to that more. Toy Freddy. I have found Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy looking surprisingly slim for, you know, who Toy Freddy is. And move these drawings over a little bit. All right, got another cue card one right here. Oh shit, I flipped over Nightmare Cupcake by accident, but I know where Nightmare Cupcake is now. Old Freddy is on a cue card. I must have gotten it damaged then if Old Freddy is on a cue card of all things. Now, where did I put Old Freddy? Old Freddy wasn't that big. Where was Old Freddy? Hey, Old Freddy. Now, assuming this is Withered Freddy that I'm trying to imitate here, he's not missing his eye. He's a bit, well, he's there. I mean, he looks pretty average, all things considered, but he's not missing his eye, so I don't know if I just found a bad image of him and tried to imitate that, or if I do have Withered Freddy lying in here somewhere and I just don't know about it. Nightmare Mangle. Nightmare Mangle would probably be a bigger one, wouldn't it? Let's try this far one over here. Whoa, that is a big Funtime Chica, but that is not what we're after, ladies and gents. No, sir. None of the sizes make sense. I didn't scale these people at all. I did not. I have to find the name plate for the Freddy stick. Oh shit. Keep dropping everything. Stick Freddy Cupcake. Not the same. Not the same. Holy shit. Well, I definitely went all out with Yendo, I tell you that much. But I gotta find, that was a bad, I can't hair flip. But I gotta find the Yendo name. Is that this one over here, this small one? No, that's Bonnet. Of course it is. Approaching the 30-minute mark, and I have like less than 10 matches. Not great. Purple Freddy, isn't that this one? It is. Okay, so we got, I mean, I already showed you this, but we got the Purple Freddy from you know, I don't even know if this one was ever really in a game. It's the Freddy model that's typically seen in like Gmod videos, especially from kind of the prime, I would say, of YouTube gaming. It's from the Gmod model of that. I think I would have seen that in one of D-Live's videos with N2N or Lord Minion 777 with either Yummy Mesh or JP. Mostly probably don't even know who I'm talking about, but you know, I'm from an older generation, especially Yummy Mash. I wonder how many people today know about Yummy Mash. I gotta find a Cupcake. Cupcake is gonna be one of these smaller guys. Unless one of these smaller guys is just a fucking name, and it's going to be a fucking name. Okay, well, that's great. This one here, Ballora. Didn't I see Ballora? Wasn't this Ballora? Oh shit, wasn't this Ballora? Okay. Well, it seems I forgot to draw a mouth on her, but overall, color-wise and everything, that's not horrible. You know, a little simple there. That's not bad. It's not bad. She's small. That ain't bad. Man, what a time it was. I wish I could relive the childhood experience of hearing about Five Nights at Freddy's for the first time, because I have so many stories about what it was like growing up with FNAF being established versus how it is established and kids know about it today and it's got movies and everything. There was one time, and it's a story I always tell, it's a tale as old as time. My friend Taylor, original Bonnie again, my friend Taylor, to tell another story about him, had this friend on the bus who was in an older grade. I think I don't know how he knew him, but this older friend had a tablet that he brought to school. And since we were on the bus ride and past time, we'd play on I'll go this side. We'd play on this tablet. And he had FNAF on it, the first game. And at the time, this was all still within the first year that it came out, I think. Oh, Golden Freddy, and Golden Freddy is standing up, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know it? So anyway, usually we were watching his this older friend, I don't even remember his name. Usually we were watching this older friend play the first game on the tablet or something like that. But every once in a while, Taylor would get to play, and this one random time on the bus, I got the honor of being able to play on his tablet. Phantom Chico is the one we're looking for. I don't know if we've seen that one yet. And this one fucking time, I got to play FNAF 1 on his tablet. It was night 2. I was still getting used to the controls. It wasn't even 1 a.m. And Foxy was already running to my door. I was shaking. I was shaking right there holding the tablet in my hand. I don't know that I've ever experienced a horror game that's made me feel fear like that since. It was horrifying in the moment, but it was a beautiful experience. Luckily, they took the tablet away from me right after that, and that's Yendo. And managed to, I think, survive the night, but I couldn't be certain. There's plenty of other stories I could tell about, the time I went over to my good friend Taylor's house, looking forward to Bonnie again. And he completed one of the hardest nights on FNAF 3. That was a really cool achievement, and then I never went back and played FNAF 3. Not because I was ungrateful, but just because I got distracted with other things. Okay, gotta go for this one right here. That's Fredbear, for fuck's sake. God damn it, this climbing over shit is really getting taxing. Stick Bonnie. Why did I draw the stick figures? This is stupid. I'm stupid. This video is dumb. Okay, this one right here. The Freddles! This is not what we're looking for right now, but it's nice to know that a name I pulled out of a hat half an hour ago is showing up. Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy was... Yes! Okay. Memory is starting to kick in. Toy Freddy. Not as chubby as he should have been, but he is there. Toy Freddy now leaves chat. Man. Those early FNAF games, man. There's no... I've said it to a couple of friends. I don't know if I ever said it on a video. As much as I still enjoy the newer games, I don't like the design of the animatronics as much. And I understand that the old renders were just PNGs and, pre-placed spots and everything in the original FNAF, but even like the Help Wanted games didn't do justice to it. What I love about the old animatronic designs is the fact that it was fur. And I understand that, realistically speaking, companies would move away from fur to the plastic that they use now in games. And I'm looking for Nightmare Freddy. Oh no, I have seen this one. Is that this one? The other shape one? It is. Okay, I just have to tell FNAF stories while I look for these, and it's all good. There's that one right there. That one right there. As you can see, I messed up on the leg joint, and so he has one leg that's infinitely shorter than the other one. But like the attention to detail otherwise is pretty good. I mean, look at that face. I really try to capture the horrificness of these animatronics, and they're not the worst thing in the world. Not bad, not bad. You can tell where the gaps where the Freddles were that I didn't fill out. Like, I know it's a realistic standpoint that even, whether a video game or real life, that obviously companies would move to plastic because it's probably cheaper and it probably looks better. But I never liked the shiny models. Like, I liked the fur on those older model animatronics that they used in the earlier games. Like, that seemed really cool to me and really fascinating. And there was something so authentic and gruesome and kind of lifelike about it that you don't get out of the newer games, you know what I mean? So when like Security Breach and Sister Location like rolled around and they really started transitioning to that newer tech kind of stuff, it just kind of took something away from me, That's not to say I don't like the games or anything. I just Phantom Freddy. That one was over here somewhere. Phantom Freddy. Is that this guy? No, that's Golden Freddy. Of course it is. What are you? Nightmare Fredbear. Fredbear. Judging by Nightmare would probably be a bigger model. Is that this one right here? Holy shit, that's a big Fruit Punch Clown. Okay. I've been actually like waiting to do this video for like a whole week end. Actually, about a half week now. Yeah. Electro Bab? From the fucking custom night Sister Location. Electro Bab, you're gonna give me which one is Electro Bab? Electro Bab would be, it would be smaller in size. Phantom Marionette. Not the same animatronic. Okay. Old Golden Freddy. Now, the Golden Freddy I keep pulling is current Golden Freddy, or the Golden Freddy. So, Old Golden Freddy, by justification, is that really the FNAF 2 animatronic? Is that the FNAF 2 version? And if that's the FNAF 2 version, we haven't even found Springtrap yet, which is, you know, kind of the talking point of the fan base right now. Balloon Boy, definitely not Golden Freddy. Springtrap was always one of my favorite animatronics. He really was. Not that you can really call him an animatronic. Balloon Girl. Is it you? You fuck? Oh my god, it is. Alright, there's Balloon Girl, otherwise known as JJ. Ironic because my name is also Jay, but no, there's Balloon Girl, not bad. She looks as annoying as fucking Balloon Boy, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. JJ was a secret animatronic from FNAF 2 that you had a rare chance to get, and then she appeared as an animatronic that you could fight, I guess if you want to call it that, in Ultimate Custom Night as part of the 50 animatronics. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah, Springtrap was always my favorite of the characters in the thing, because like it's like the Sonic the Hedgehog situation where like I appreciate all the characters in a different way, so it's really hard for me to pick a specific one that I really like. And I'm usually a very indecisive person. I can either be the most decisive to a point where it's stubborn and annoying, or I can be the most indecisive person in the world. Freddy. I'm looking for Base Freddy. Have we found Base Freddy like FNAF 1? Freddy, is it you? No, that is Enard. Okay. Electro, why did I pick this one up again? I forgot. It's this small guy over here. That's the Biddy Bab, which is exactly like the Electrobab. The only difference is that the Electrobab specifically drains electricity and the Biddy Bab crawls through the vent. Other than that, they have no difference. They are not aesthetically different. It is not the same thing. Fuck. Stick Freddy. Oh, that's this one, isn't it? Yes. Stick Freddy. Stick Freddy is caught. Stick Freddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay, that's one of the stick figures down. Holy fuck. I don't think Foxy had a stick figure in FNAF 3, so I don't know if I would have one of him here. And Chica was just a head. She was kind of like a jack-o'-lantern. I'm pretty sure Chica was just a head, so I think Stick Bonnie is the only other stick animatronic that's here. Stick Freddy especially, just kind of, you could see through the doorway, and there's a cue card name right here, the Freddles. Now we saw the Freddles, the Freddles was somewhere, if I could pick up the goddamn card, is this one. That's Balloon Boy, piece of shit. I'm gonna keep picking the Freddles, because I think I was right. I knew I was just one off. The Freddles. The small guys. I didn't spell it right, so don't pay attention to spelling. But the Freddles, they are right there. Look a little goofy, but honestly, I'm impressed by my capability of drawing it. And they join Nightmare Freddy to knock him out of the game completely. Okay, we're starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Nearly 40 minutes in. Oh, Nightmare Cupcake, and I gotta find the name for that. Is that this one? No, I found Nightmare Cupcake and Cupcake in the same batch. Okay. Funtime Chica, that's this big one over here. Yeah. I don't know why this one is massive, but like I said, these aren't to scale, so Nightmare Chica, a little less sexy than our in-game model, but look, she's got Cupcake right there, which is interesting to note, so I don't even know if I'm going to be finding this Cupcake. And yeah, Funtime Chica. Funtime Chica is part of FNAF Pizzeria Simulator. Everyone was wondering, oh, where's the Funtime Chica and stuff in sister location, and then she was something you could pay for, not with like real money, with in-game money, to boost your restaurant in Pizzeria Simulator. And we might have a dog joining us soon. You. Enard was it you? It was. We've got Enard over here. And Enard is right there. Would you look at that? With the silver, the special silver Sharpie A lot of detail put into the wires and everything in this one. I actually really respect my effort. This one's pretty good. Not English. Hey, baby. It's okay. It's okay. You tired? You tired? Oh, I'm just doing big stretches. Oh, I'm just doing big stretches. Oh, that's a good boy. Here's a good boy. We got a visitor. The Iraqi Balboa himself, going up to perch like a cat on the windowsill and watch us and wait for my family to come home. Ain't that right, buddy? You might watch us play too, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Springtrap. Okay, I got the Springtrap. We haven't seen Springtrap yet, so who haven't I flipped? I don't know how big I would have made him. That's Ned Bear. I flipped Ned Bear. God damn it. Okay. Look at this. Oh, God. Nightmare Mangle. We haven't found Nightmare Mangle yet. Did I really condense down Nightmare? No, wait. This one over here. I haven't flipped over this one. Oh, my God. What a pull. Okay. Nightmare Mangle was also part of the Halloween edition of the DLC for FNAF 4. Nightmare Mangle. A lot of detail put into it. I can respect it. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. It's actually pretty good. I like how I did the eyes of the Nightmare animatronics. That's the thing. Freddy. Oh my God, it's Freddy. There's Freddy right there for you. Looking very unamused and very just not wanting to be there. A little sassy, if I may add. And there's that one right there. Not my best work, but you know, it was a thing. For a time, it was there. That's one down. Mini arena. Thin one. Mini arena. Let's go. Just like below, same stance and everything. Actually much creepier. I like the face. That face is really good. I really demonstrated the horror in that. I like this one. I like this drawing a lot. Okay. That's 2 down in kind of quick succession, so I have to see what else we can pull out here. Whoa, this one's bold. Nightmare Foxy. It's kind of written in horror font. This one over here. Oh, we got one of Alex's in here by accident. Okay, well, one of Alex's drawings of an arb is in this pile. I will put that over here, just to not make that mistake again. I don't know how they got mixed up in there, but they must have. So I'm still looking for Foxy in here. Have I opened this one yet? Security Puppet. Not a bad drawing. And you'll see that one soon enough when I find the thing for it. Nightmare Bonnie. So this far one by my foot? Nope, that's Orville Elephant. Okay. Orville Elephant, being it's just like Funtime Chica. It's another one that's, you know, okay, Bonnet. Oh, what a pull, what a pull. We got Bonnet here. Not bad, aside from the fact that the eyes are kind of messed up, but otherwise not bad, you know, for a little kid's drawing. It's pretty decent, I'd say. What? I'm playing a matching game, all right? This is part of my youth. This is before we got you. Understand? This is older than you are. I'm just kidding, I still love you, baby. It's okay, you'll be wagging your tail soon enough. Working up a sweat, I tell you. Got Springtrap again. There's a couple more over here that we haven't seen. Lolbit. I haven't even seen a name for Lolbit yet. That's something. This might also mean that it's just clicking for me now. The idea that if Alex's Ennard was in here, then some of the names from my animatronics might be in his pile. So if that's the case, then Rochelle, oh, I just bent the paper. Oh no. Okay, let's flip this one over. Purple Man, drawn specifically on grid paper. That is impeccably genius on my part. Let's flip over an animatronic for this time. Oh no, there's a name over here. Who's this? Oh, Lolbit. Oh shit. Where? Oh shit. Oh shit, where did I put Lolbit? You? No, I'm gonna stick with a little bit. Hold on a second. Where did I put? Fuck, Foxy. God, tits, bitch and balls. Toy Chica, looking significantly smaller than Toy Bunny. Original Bunny. God damn it. Fuck, tits, bitch. Okay. Phantom Freddy. Oh, what a pull, what a pull. Phantom Freddy for you, folks. Not bad, not bad. We're getting a lot of the Freddys done here. I can respect that. Yendo was it this big one right here? No, that's Mangle. Okay. Fair enough, I respect that. I like that we're seeing different things even now. It just goes to show the versatility of Hands and Freddy's. Phantom Mangle? We haven't seen Phantom Mangle. Phantom Mangle, was that be this one over here? That's Jacko Chica. Okay, sure. Balloon Boy we saw. Balloon Boy, is it this one? Fuck, that's the Fruit Punch. Wait, is it this one right here? It is this one right here. Okay, we got Balloon Boy out of there. Looking even more creepy than JJ. And surprisingly, still, I actually never minded Balloon Boy. I didn't find him as annoying as a lot of people do, but I suppose because I've never played the harder nights of FNAF 2 that, I probably don't even know what it's like fighting him as most treacherous. Toy Chica was a smaller one. Where was she? She was small, she was a small bean. This one? Yes. Okay. Toy Chica, like I said, significantly smaller than Toy Bonnie for some reason, and kind of derpy. Just a little bit. She also has a cupcake though, which is interesting. Okay. Funtime Foxy. Have we seen Funtime Foxy? I don't think so. No, that's Nightmare Marion. But I think I put Nightmare Marionette for that. But Nightmare Marion is name of the game. Foxy. Now, I don't know if they put Foxy or Original Foxy, because that would change the length of the name and the shape of the paper. That's Electrobab. God damn it. Shadow Bonnie. Nightmare Foxy. God, why am I flipping the same papers? Funtime Freddy plus Bonnie Puppet. I don't know why I felt the need to put Bonnie Puppet in there, but Funtime Fred Boy. I mean, we haven't flipped over this paper, so. Oh, well, type shit. Actually, a very compact and decent drawing of Funtime Freddy. Funtime Freddy was my favorite in Sister Location. I always liked mimicking his voice and everything, and he was just interesting to me. Because he had personality to him, it was always more interesting. Fredbear was... Yes. Alright, there's Fredbear for you. Again, I think the Gmod depiction of Fredbear, I don't think we've actually seen Fredbear in an official game yet. Phantom Mangle again. Which ones haven't we flipped? That boy. No, that is Nightmare Fredbear. Okay. Oh, Nightmare Foxy. Okay. Is it this one? I see a little bit of red coming from the... No, this is old Foxy. Fuck. Okay, is it this one? Nightmare Foxy. Okay, good. We found our first Foxy of the bunch. Nightmare Foxy. I like the body. I think I messed up on the head. If I didn't have that right there, I think it would have looked a lot better. But, you know, I was young. It was a thing. Nightmare Foxy is in the mix. God, this is it. I keep flipping Phantom Mangle. This is the definition of insanity over here. Fucking you. I don't know. Chica. No. Ned Bear. Okay, we flipped over Ned Bear. We're flipping over Chica. And Ned Bear is right here. I don't know why Ned Bear is so big. I really don't. But Ned Bear is here. It's an ugly looking drawing. I tell you that much. But it is there. And it's something, alright. Ned Bear joins Pig Patch. Did I draw a Happy Frog? I wonder if I hated Happy Frog enough to let her not be drawn. Or if I just never got to drawing her, which I might have also done. Because I sometimes get so distracted with a different project that I don't go back and finish the project I'm on. Yendo was a big one, a big fucker. Yes, okay. And Yendo, just like Ennard, is drawn specifically in Solar. A lot of detail to this one. Not exactly the most accurate, but a lot of detail to it. So, I can appreciate the respect. Or I can appreciate the effort. Oh, it's not bad, not bad. Okay. Starting to whittle down the numbers a little bit. Nearly an hour in. Biddy Bab, is that the yeah, okay. See, I'm starting to remember the shapes and everything, which is half the game. There's Bitty Bab right there. About as accurate as you can get, I suppose. Bitty Bab, you actually fought more of. That's the weird thing. Bitty Bab was more of a threat to you in sister location than Baby was. That's the thing. Bitty Bab is more of a threat to you in sister location overall. In fact, Bitty Bab, I would argue, is more of a threat to you in most of FNAF, aside from Ultimate Custom Night. I don't know why, but Baby is not a big part of the game. And then Bitty Babs got replaced by the Circus Baby plushies, the stuffies, whatever you want to call them. They got replaced by those because in Help Wanted, you're fighting a lot of security plushes, baby plushes, whatever you want to call them. Whatever you want to call them. Speaking of which, Baby. I don't know why Baby would be under this one, but no, that's Phantom Bloom Boy. I don't know. None of these things are up to scale, so it's reasonable to assume. Nightmare Marionette, we saw the one. Where did we move that one? Was that one? This one? That's Chica. Oh, Lolbit. We found Lolbit again. Is this one Lolbit? No, that's Foxy. Okay. Lolbit. Lolbit, okay. Lolbit was an interesting one. I like her design. His, her, I don't know. I like their design a lot. But they're not used a whole lot, and for good reason, because they're weird and don't really abide by canon. And I don't understand them. You type LOL on a keyboard, the acronym for laugh out loud, and that is how you defeat this animatronic. In a storyline full of fires and children murders and immortality, you type LOL on a keyboard to stop an animatronic from showing up. I don't know why. But Scott has his reasons, and Scott Cawthon will be Scott Cawthon. Nightmare Bonnie, have I seen Nightmare Bonnie? No, that would be Orville Elephant right there. Nightmare Bonnie, that's old Golden Freddy. So I apparently didn't draw Golden Freddy sitting down at all. Nightmare Baby, okay. Nightmare Cupcake, is that this one right here? No, that's Shadow Freddy. We haven't seen Shadow Freddy yet. Music Man. Oh, thank God for Matt Pat. Okay. Music Man. Another one out of the way. A significant threat in Ultimate Custom Night, but not often seen otherwise. A character that you can purchase in Pizzeria Simulator. Withered Chica is the one I'm looking for. And the interesting thing is that this is titled Withered Chica and not Old Chica, the way that some others have been. So I don't know if I just matured or Mangle. Well, I do know where Mangle is, because Mangle, if I'm not mistaken, is this one right here. Holy shit. Again, not a great drawing of Mangle, but it's Mangle. She's right there. She's got a tail. She's got a hand for a penis. I don't know. It's there. Phantom Chica. I like this drawing. I do. I very much do. And I'll show it to you. Well, I failed to find whoever the fuck it is. Okay. Who's this falling over here? Phantom Mangle. Done a bit better, but also a bit more questionably than Mangle. We've seen Phantom Mangle before. This one. I keep flipping Shadow Freddy, and I don't know why. I keep thinking I've put Shadow Freddy somewhere else, and I haven't. I'm also starting to break a sweat. Is that weird? I'm so warm. It is so hot here. Nightmare Balloon Boy. We moved this one. Didn't we move this one right here? Is that the one we moved? No, that's fucking Withered Chica. Okay. Then it would this one. Is it this one? Is it this one? No, that's Jacko Chica. Just a whole bunch of Chicas in that goddamn area. And not the Spanish good-looking kind. Orville Elephant. Orville Elephant is this one right here. Orville Elephant. I actually did this one pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with it. Would you look at that one? It's pretty cool. I am starting to rush through this, not because I'm not enjoying it. I am enjoying it, but I am warm, and I could change that anytime I want to, but I don't feel like it right now. And two, because I've been nearly recording for an hour. It gets very expensive in terms of storage. All this stuff, all this footage. Okay. Shadow Bonnie, we still haven't found the nameplate for. That's Nightmare Bonnie. I'll be damned. Nightmare Bonnie. pretty good. Like I said, I think Nightmare Bonnie was the first of the animatronics that I did the full sets for. So, yeah, there's that. There's Nightmare Bonnie right there. And he's alright. Not the best drawing, but not the worst, I'd say. Golden Freddy was a stand-up, straight kind of guy. That's old Golden Freddy, close enough, but not exactly what I need. Bonnie! We found the original monster. Oh my god, we pulled it. This one is less colored, right? At the same time, though, the interesting thing is that the Bonnie in FNAF 1 is purple. All the other Bonnies are blue, and it's even retconned in Help Wanted that Bonnie is blue. But the original Bonnie was purple. I will die on that hill. Bonnie in FNAF 1 is a purple fucker, and they changed it. They changed Bonnie. Old Bonnie. Have we even seen old Bonnie? I don't think we have. I don't know that we have. Phantom Foxy. Okay. I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. Cupcake. Looks like I'm getting up. There's Cupcake right there for you. Small, you know, standard. Cupcake's been in the game since the very first one. It sits in the office. But in the FNAF movie, Cupcake is the most lethal motherfucker in existence. Nightmare Balloon Boy. Now, why did I say Nightmare Balloon Boy? Because I feel like Nightmare Balloon Boy was a problem. Fuck it, it's so like you go, but it's so. Shadow Bonnie. Wait, no, wait, shit. Fuck. Yes. Yes, okay. Shadow Bonnie. Right there. I know Shadow Bonnie has a special name. It's like QXR 5Z2 or something like that, but Shadow Bonnie. I call it Shadow Bonnie. I was always also very curious why Shadow Bonnie was a shadow of Toy Bonnie and not default Bonnie, but it is what it is. I actually like my drawing of it more than I probably like the in-game model for it, just because it seems interesting. Old Bonnie, once again, oh my god. This one right here, for whatever fucking, oh no, that's baby. That is baby. That is baby. That is baby. That is baby. Oh shit, Springtrap. Okay. Where was Springtrap? That's Jacko Chica. I had my thumb over the O, so I thought it just said Jack Chica. I don't know why that was funny to me. A lot of things are funny to me that shouldn't be funny. It's a problem, but also not a problem. Humor's a great thing. Funtime Foxy is not Phantom Foxy, I can tell you that much. Oh, Golden Freddy, Phantom Chica. How many times have I flipped the same things? If you were to take a shot of the amount of times I have flipped the same cards over and over again, Electrobab. Do we even have an Electrobab in here? Why would Electrobab be so big? Do we even have Electrobab in here? We have Electrobab in here. Now, where was the fucking name? Okay. Finally, after so many flips, Electrobab is done. I just gave her yellow eyes. It's the only distinction I gave her. It's really not that cool. Chica. Chica was smaller in scale. Is it this one right here? It was. All right, we got original Chica out here. I'm starting to play the big brain game. I gave her very thick eyebrows, though. That's something. I don't know why, but to be fair, original Chica was always a little bit more stuck, looking like she had a shocked expression on her face. But, you know, not bad. Golden Freddy. Have we even seen the original Golden Freddy? Yes, we have. We definitely have. That's Phantom Ankle. Okay. Oh, Phantom Ankle. Okay. That's another one down. That's another one down. I actually like this one aside from the fact that they're fucking wing-eagled. Right, for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. But I like the metallic look that I gave to her for whatever it is I'm doing. Stick Bonnie. Now where's Stick Bonnie? I couldn't tell you. That's Golden Freddy. Okay, I keep picking the same things over and over again. Security Puppet. Is that this big one right here? Because I think I remember it is. This one's probably one of the most well done ones, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's, well, a more recent one. I like this kind of 3D texture I give the box. I feel like that really adds to it. I really do. Security Puppet is one of the most significant characters in Pizzeria Simulator, but Security Puppet is not a threat to you at all. It's a very interesting dynamic it has there. Springtrap. We saw Springtrap. Springtrap was, That's old Golden Freddy. Wait, hold on. I keep flipping old Golden Freddy. Is that? No, that's old Bonnie. Shit, fuck, shit. Was that this one? That's Random Foxy. Fuck. Okay, which one was old Golden Freddy? This is old Chica. Old Chica was this one right here, right? Yes. Old Chica for you, baby. Okay. I mean, it's alright. You know, old Chica. I always liked the old Chica's design better than the one from the first game. Like, I liked FNAF 2 with their Chica a lot more than Little Funtime Freddy. I didn't even know that his name was Helpy. That's how young so stupid I was. Fruit Punch Clown is this big fucker right here. Interesting thing, I don't think I did Lemonade Clown unless I just have been very lucky and haven't flipped their things over yet. I haven't drawn Lemonade Clown, but I drew Fruit Punch Clown and one of the biggest ones here. And also it seems that my purple marker was dying on me while I made it. That's the interesting thing. Old Foxy. This for one? That's Golden Freddy. Okay. Baby. Baby was... Yes. This one I absolutely fucked up on the proportions. I don't remember being very proud of this one even when I drew it. I forgot to give her a mouth. It is not great, but it is there. I really like Baby's design. And I really feel like she's underrated because I feel like Baby is such a really cool looking animatronic. Scrap Baby is a really cool looking animatronic. It's so underrated because Baby has been used if you really break it down, Baby has been used very weirdly in the FNAF franchise. Because you didn't even, you only saw her when she was deactivated and had her endoskeleton basically ripped out of her in security boots, despite the fact that she was the main one on the promotional material and everything. It was really weird. Oh, Little Funtime Freddy, that would be... Yeah, I don't know why I called Helpy Little Funtime Freddy, but that's apparently what I thought his name was. So, yeah. Chubby little fuck, but he's there. Foxy. We haven't found the original Foxy yet? Is that you? Nightmare? No, okay. Who is the drawing center of me? Old Foxy, is that you? This Marionette. Great, who is this one right here? Phantom Marionette. Oh, what is this one? Jacko Chica. Okay. Who are you? Phantom Chica. What is this one? Nightmare Cupcake. Okay. I thought we got Nightmare Cupcake out here. Is this one Nightmare Cupcake? Nightmare Cupcake. Let's get that one out there. I actually really like Nightmare Cupcake. It's simple but effective drawing. Really appreciate that one. Springtrap. We're back to Springtrap. Springtrap is over here somewhere. Old Golden Freddy. They hate each other, so they're not the same. Plush Trap? We haven't even seen Plush Trap. I don't even remember if I drew Plush Trap. I don't think I wrote the name down unless I had drawn them, but I don't know that I drew a Plush Trap. Phantom Marionette was a small one. Is it this one right here? No, that's Phantom Bloom Boy. Then it was this one right here. It was Phantom Marionette. Very simple design. Very simple. Very shadowy. Very kind of Bendy and Ink Machine-esque. Without, you know, the old cartoonish style. So basically not like Bendy and Ink Machine at all. Old Foxy. Oh my god. I think some of these are in Alex's pile. Because I don't know that I have all the matches here. I really don't. Old Foxy. I speak too soon. Old Foxy, right there. I don't know why he's the way he is, but he's right there. I mean, Old Foxy, I feel like they could have done more to wither him up. Because you got Bonnie and Chica, who really excel at the withered look. And then Freddy's kind of just there, but Freddy is so fucking tall, and I love that. I love how menacing he looks and how robust and powerful Withered Freddy looks. But Withered Foxy, he doesn't compare to the other ones. He doesn't look as broken, but he was already kind of broken in the original game, so I mean, it stands to reason. Again, Plush Trap. What are we doing here? That's Nightmare Balloon Boy. Funtime Foxy. Yeah. No, I don't got Marionette. Wait, why am I not looking for the matches to use? What the fuck am I doing? I just realized I'm flipping names without even looking for the matching pair. It's Nightmare on, okay. I'm just expecting to fail so hard that I don't even look. Oh, Shadow Freddy, wouldn't you know it? Shadow Freddy right there, the only one I've drawn sitting down. Shadow Freddy was another one, a secret animatronic you could find in FNAF 2, because FNAF 2 was littered with those. He was in the parts and service room. Though if you brightened up the screen and adjust colors a little bit and saturation and everything, you'd realize that he's actually kind of purple. So people thought about that for a while. But still, no one really knows how Shadow Bonnie fits into anything, if he even does. Night Marionette. That was this one right in front of me, wasn't it? It was. I call it Night Marionette in the game. It's actually Night Marion. Tentacle boy. A little hentai piece of shit. Probably one of the creepiest looking animatronics there is, but he has one of the worst jump scares, at least in the Halloween DLC for FNAF 4. And Ultimate Custom Night, he has one of the coolest kind of voices, but Old Bonnie, who haven't we flipped? Is this one over here? It is. Would you look at that? Old Bonnie, otherwise known as Withered Bonnie. I put Faceless Bonnie on this one, but it's spelled completely wrong. Faclice. Factless. That is Factlice Bonnie. Phantom Balloon Boy, that is this small boy right here. I know that one. This one I think I did pretty well with too. He looks rotten and disgusting to the core, and I'm pretty pleased with it. Although, it's really hard with Sharpies being so intensely one color, and especially very vibrant, especially at a young age, to master the art of shading the way you'd need to perfect the Phantom animatronics. Nightmare Chica, is that the big one right here? No, that's Jacko Chica. Fuck me. Is it this one right here? Yes, it is. Now this one, I think this is the best Nightmare animatronic I've done yet. Look at that Jacko. Look at that Nightmare Chica. Nightmare Chica's good. Nightmare Chica's really good. Scott really went all out with drawing the nightmares, and I appreciate it. I like the look of them. Why don't you know it? I'm drawing the marionette, and I think that concludes the marionettes because we knocked out Security Puppet, we knocked out Phantom Marionette, we knocked out Night Marion. Yeah, I think we're done with marionettes here. Pretty sure. Old Golden Freddy. Is that this one right here? No, that's Golden Freddy. Okay. Old Golden Freddy. We'll take it. So this is Old Golden Freddy. Mostly, I think, inspiration taken from from FNAF 2. I think a little bit of influence may or may not have come from Withered Freddy of FNAF 2, which is interesting enough to note. Purple Man, is that, I'm pretty sure that's this one over here. The Purple Man, otherwise known as William Afton, in sprite form. Drawn specifically on grid paper, making him different from any other animatronic we have here. The only human I really drew in the entire game. Springtrap, wouldn't you know it? His alter form. No. Nightmare Fredbear. Now that was a big one. Is that this one? It is. Now this one's not bad. This is not bad. Could have done a bit more with the stomach. I understand that the Mercury was fading, but that one is not horrible at all. I like the detail I put into it. I took the extra step to really make it look vicious. Stick Bonnie. Simple Pimple. There you go. Again, nothing special. Probably shouldn't have even drawn it, but I was fixated on being as meticulous as possible in who I drew and where. So we got a couple names. We're down to, how many names is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down to the last 10. Technically, Stick Bonnie was the 10th, but we're down to the last 10. We're down to 9. So we're in the final countdown. And we got Golden Freddy in here. This is apparently all put together Golden Freddy. Not a very accurate looking Golden Freddy, personally, but it is what it is. It does what it does. So we're down to 8. Jacko Chica would have been the big one. I'm starting to pick up on these. Another really good one. I didn't really mess with the Nightmare Chicas all that much. And I like the pumpkin and everything. Alright, so that was just some fellow trying to sell cleaning the windows. And he realized that people weren't home, so he was trying to get me to convince, me to let him do it as like a surprise for Father's Day, because that's coming up. Surprise the parents. And then he told me I looked young and I probably didn't have the money, because he probably didn't think I was going to take the deal, which I wasn't. And then he tried to sweet talk me into the boat. He was talking about my father's boat that's in the driveway. Yeah, no, not a very good salesperson, if I'm being honest. I mean, I respect people doing what they gotta do, but he has no charisma to him whatsoever. And I'm a guy who knows a thing or two about charisma. No charisma. Not meant to be a salesperson. We got Foxy in here. We haven't even seen Foxy yet. Jacko Chica. Okay. I mean, that was Phantom Chica. Funtime Foxy. We haven't seen Funtime Foxy either. Oh, there's Plush Trap. What do you know? We finally seen Plush Trap. Phantom Foxy. That's the long boy. There's Phantom Foxy. Not bad, all things considered, this Phantom Foxy. By the way, we can wrap up this excursion really quickly here. We are down to 6. Nightmare Balloon Boy. That's wide right here, right? Yeah. Nightmare Balloon Boy, a real menace in Ultimate Custom Night. Sinister little fuck that gave Markiplier a hard time in his playthrough of the Halloween DLC. Plush Trap is this one right here. I know that one. Plush Trap, John. Could have been a little bit more green, but a little... You know, he's there. He's a little sinister. I wonder what Plush Trap significant is, if at all. Like, I don't know. An idolized version of the kid's father, that Phantom Chica is this one right here. I like this drawing of it. Looks like she's on fire, although she's supposed to look a bit more like a watermelon, but I still like the drawing of it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And we're nearly done. We're down to the final 3. Springtrap. That's Funtime Foxy. Foxy. Foxy is one of the last ones to do. Looking upwards at something, I'm not sure what, but otherwise, design-wise, I think he looks pretty good. It's something. Wouldn't it be interesting if I remastered all this? If I spent my time remaking all of these? It wouldn't be the same, but you know. Funtime Foxy. Another bit of a menace, one that especially troubled Markiplier in his Ultimate Custom Night playthrough. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we end off with the main attraction, the one above them all, the one that is the most important in the series, and the one focal point of the FNAF movie. The one person dragged over into Dead by Daylight's realm from the entity himself, Springtrap. And I am actually very pleased with how this one turned out, especially as like a little kid. I don't know why his core is blue instead of gutsy red, but I actually, for a little kid, the amount of detail and how nearly accurate this all is not bad, ain't bad. So, that does it for it all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna turn off this camera to save space. That took me 1 hour and 17 minutes, basically 18 minutes. We're gonna round it up to a nice hour 20 of making matches here today. I hope the video turned out well, because I really don't know how entertaining this all was. But it was a nice blast from the past. It was something I really wanted to do, and I'm glad I did it. So, thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know that I can do much more on this unless I want to do a sequel, or maybe get Alex in here and have him try and match everything, but I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys with more content in the future, more gaming, more vlogs, and whatever else comes. Again, I really hope you enjoyed it if you stuck around to this point. I have no idea how long the video is going to be. And shout out to the dog, Rocking Horse. Good boy.